Okay, so we are still on how to speak your mind. Yeah, part two. Remember, part one was the verbal communication. So now we are going to look at the part two today, which is non-verbal communication. Is part of how to speak your mind, speaking your mind frankly and sincerely. So let's look at the characteristics or some of the ways we can communicate non-verbally. By non-verbal communication, we're talking about communications that you do without saying a word, without saying words from your mouth, using the hand gesture, the eye contact, your body language generally. That is non-verbal communication. Communication that is not verbal is non-verbal communication. So now we have communication has many elements. You communicate with more than your words. Your words. It is said that 70% of communication is non-verbal. Usually, your non-verbal communication is done unconsciously, so you may want to start paying attention to it. You relay information with your entire body through 1. Gesture. Do you understand? Alright. So gesture. Gesturing with your hands can reveal intent and emotion. Sometimes gestures are used to emphasize what you are saying, but other gestures may contradict or distract from your words, meaning you could be saying a different things or a different thing, and then your body language is saying a different thing. So, covering your mouth, for example, can indicate embarrassment. Clasping your hands or fidgeting reveals nervousness. Crossing your arms shows the person you are talking to or you're speaking to that you are guarded, angry, or afraid, depending on how you cross your hands. For instance, if you cross your hand this way, it could show you are guarded, you are sure of yourself. Or if you cross your hand, you know, there are several ways you could do that that would show that you're afraid. Or you, for instance, you cross your hand this way, it will show that you are afraid. So crossing your hands um, shows a lot of things about what you are really saying. What we do with our hands generally while speaking to someone shows whether we are afraid, we are angry, we're guided, whether we are nervous, fidgeting, or embarrassed. So it has so many explanations. Do you understand? Okay, so do you have any question for that on that? Sorry. All right. So now, number two, eye contact, movement, moisture, expression, and focus. Movement. When we're talking about eye contact, we're talking about how do you place your eye when talking to someone. So eye contact includes movement, moisture, like you have tears, expressions, and focus. Now, eye contact and expression can vary from being an intimate and loving gaze to a threatening stare. Lack of eye contact and focus can convey various meanings, such as guilt, shyness, evasiveness, or preoccupation. Moist eyes and tears can communicate vulnerability and emotion, including love, sadness, regret, and shame. So it all depends when you are making your eye contact, what are you really expressing? If your eyes is moist with tears, it could communicate that you are vulnerable and you were very emotional, including maybe you are in love, you are sad, you have regrets, or you have shame, or you are ashamed. And then when your eye contact when you don't show eye contact, it could show that you are guilty or shy or evasive or preoccupied, like you're busy doing something else. Now, in the Yoruba tradition in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise, we have a belief system that when an elder is talking to you, you keep your head down, you don't look at them eyeball to eyeball. That is a sign of respect in the West, in the Yoruba culture. Now, when you come to the Ibibio culture in the South, when an elder is talking to you, you are expected to look at their eyes. That is to show respect and sincerity. So you can see how different traditions, different culture varies with how eye contact is being used. Now in the West, you are expected to put your head down to show respect to the elder, an elder. And then in the South, where I come from, you have to look eyeball to eyeball, because they'll say, why am I talking to you and you are putting your face down? It's a sign of insult and disrespect. So that is the work of eye contact. So when you are communicating with someone using the eye contact nonverbal communication style, you have to be careful how you communicate so that the person would not misinterpret what you are really portraying. Is that okay? Yes, very good. So do you have any question for me? No question? All right. I believe you understand. Okay. So the last one we are going to talk about today is let's jump the posture. We are going to talk about physical appearance. Physical appearance. In our next lesson, we will look at posture and the other one. So let's look at physical appearance. Now, similarly, cleanliness and neatness sends a positive message. In contrast to poor hygiene or wearing soiled or untidy clothes, many people automatically distance themselves from someone who appears dirty or unkempt. Although appropriate dress may be taken for granted, inappropriate dress can communicate nonconformity or seductiveness and may inspire judgment whether or not it is justified. Now, there's an adage that we are addressed based on how we dress. So, you want people to respect you, you want people to address you properly, you have to dress moderately and presentably. If you wear a dirty clothes, people will refrain from getting close to you. If you wear soiled or untidy clothes, people automatically will distance themselves from you. And then if you wear a clean and appropriate dress, sometimes you could be taken for granted, but it's always good to wear appropriate clothes, not too elaborate, just in between, except you're going for an occasion. Okay, so do you understand? So we have ways of communicating. We've talked about the three non-verbal ways of communicating, which is gesture, posture, and eye contact. So in our next class, we are going to look at posture, voluntary and involuntary bodily movements, and muscular tension. And then we're going to look at facial expression, skin color, body smell, And yeah, that will be the end of nonverbal communication. Body smell, that will be the last. So for today, do you have any question for me? Oh, you don't? All right. So we have come to the end of the lesson today. So remember, we have talked about gesture, eye contact, and yeah, and what? I'm waiting for the third one. We have physical appearance, which has to do with your dresses. All right. So thank you for today. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. All right. Happy weekend. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.